your subconscious is only going to tell you yes. Like, that's it. The answer is always going to be yes. So if the answer is always going to be yes, and you get to decide what it's telling you yes to, then what are you going to start persisting in daily? Now that you're here, before we start the video, if you haven't done so already, I would love for you to come and join the free Discord community that I created, and also grab your free copy of the Manifest My Dream Life ebook. The link for both of those will be in the description below. Other than that, let's go ahead and get into the video. On Friday or Saturday, I had smoked, and then I was doing my meditation. And I noticed right away that while I was laying there, I started like over analyzing my life and just certain encounters, whether it was with a specific person, just personal things going on in life. I started realizing how I had these feelings of fear coming up. Instead of reacting to it, I laid there and I was just like, okay, why is this fear even coming up? Like, you know that you create your experience, you know that you're the creator of your reality. So why do you feel these things? And honestly, like, my smoking and meditation sessions are like my therapy for myself. I feel like it's a way for me to have really good self-reflection, a good way for me to evaluate where I'm at and maybe things that I can do better on, or things that I can make changes to. So when I asked myself that question, I responded with, I feel like something bad is going to happen to me. So then I instantly was like, okay, but nothing bad can happen to you unless you believe that something bad can happen to you. So moving forward out of this meditation, how do we talk to ourselves and how do we identify to remove that as a possibility? Bad things only happen to you if you believe that bad things happen to you. So if bad things happen to me, it's because I believe that bad things can happen to me. Now, no, you're not probably sitting there affirming away like, bad things happen to me all the time. Bad things happen to me all the time. Like, you're probably not doing that, because I'm not doing that. But whenever you notice that sometimes not so good things happen to you in your reality, somewhere there is an assumption that was formed, a belief that was formed that not so good things happen, or bad things can happen, or things don't go your way, however you want to label it. But for me, I'm just going to stick with bad things can happen to me. So when I did ask myself, how do we change that moving forward out of this meditation? That can no longer be my identity. I don't have to accept a reality where bad things happen to me. I don't have to accept the reality where I'm over evaluating and over analyzing my own life and noticing these fears coming up because I'm afraid of something. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's no fear that needs to exist, because you're the creator, and everything that you're experiencing is literally a creation of you. It's a reflection of you. So the affirmation that I came up with for myself is, only good things happen to me. Only good things happen to me. And because I love subliminals, in that moment, I was actually doing I believe I was doing a 10-minute meditation or a 30-minute meditation, and I was doing it with a different subliminal. And by the end of that, when I got to the only good things happen to me, I was like, okay, now I'm going to go look to see if there is a subliminal where they're saying only good things happen to me. And I love Samma Subs. I love High Frequency Guru too, but I also love Samma Subs, and she has a only good things happen to me subliminal. So I was like, bet, turn that on. I said, I'm gonna affirm this for however long. I think it was like an 8-hour long subliminal. So I turned it on and just started affirming, and I ended up falling asleep. I don't know how long I got to affirm before I fell asleep, but because this is a new realization for me, like, I feel like I've been blabbling a little bit, but because this is a new realization for me, I just wanted to make a video on it, just as a reminder for anybody else, if this message resonates with you. Like, if you have a reality where you're afraid of something, or you feel like bad things happen to you, then choose an affirmation, choose an identity shift that really implies the opposite. Like, again, for me, example, only good things happen to me. So now, because this is new, I'm newly about to test this out, but I welcome you to join me. If it resonates, if the message resonates, I definitely welcome you in on joining me, and just start affirming that to yourself. So for me, what I've noticed is, if I reach a point where I know that something is probably going to trigger me, or I'm aware that something is about to make my mood shift or my energy shift, I'm immediately like, no, only good things happen to me. Only good things happen to me. Only good things can happen to me. So now that has to be the state that I assume, which means anything that could possibly perceived as bad things happening to me. No, now it can't be possible. It can't exist. It's almost like a shield or a repellent. It can't get inside of my bubble. It can't get inside of my reality because I no longer allow it inside. And I intend that that makes sense, but this is something that I definitely want to affirm and just keep track of, being able to keep notes of it so that way I can notice these different shifts. Just for an example, recently I've been telling myself everything in my life is perfect. Everything in my life is so perfect. And I had actually ordered some supplies, and I had a client that was coming, and all of my supplies had got delivered the day before except for this one particular thing. And I was like, ooh, I feel like I'm going to need it. So I went through all of the supplies and I was like, dang, that is the one that isn't here yet is the exact one that I'm going to need for this last client that I have of the day. So then I got a notification saying that my package was delivered to the warehouse that delivers my packages to me. And I was like, okay, I'm not even going to worry about it because I'm going to have it right when I need it for my client. That's it. I didn't say nothing else about it. I didn't worry about it. I know I was still affirming everything in my life is so perfect. Literally, because the package that was being delivered was something that I needed to use on that client, and I did not have that supply. I needed it for her appointment. And whenever I got the notification of her arriving and I was opening the door to go and get her, she was walking up at the exact same time as the package delivery man, the exact same time. Like they were right next to each other. And I looked at him and I was just like, you have a package for me, don't you? And he was like, yes, I do, because he's always delivering here, so he knows my apartment. And I got my package and my client at the exact same time. And when I came in, I was just like, wow, that was literally like the most perfect situation to imply everything in my life is so perfect. Where a previous version of myself would have panicked or spazzed out or been freaking out, like, oh my gosh, I would have been checking the Amazon delivery truck all day, like, where is it at? Where is it at? Just stalking it. That's giving not trusting energy. And when you are doing that kind of stuff, sometimes your reality does reflect that state of panic. So it's going to give you more stuff to panic about. Because what I've realized is your subconscious, it doesn't know yes or no. I tell you all the time that your subconscious doesn't have judgment. It only accepts things. It only knows what you tell it to be true. Well, all of that in translation just means your subconscious is only going to tell you yes. Like, that's it. The answer is always going to be yes. So if the answer is always going to be yes, and you get to decide what it's telling you yes to, then what are you going to start persisting in daily? What story are you going to start telling yourself? What affirmations are you going to start using? Who are you going to identify as? So, if you are somebody who definitely kind of this message resonates a little bit, or to some degree where you realize you panic or you get overwhelmed or you're fearful, you're afraid of something, you may overthink or you may overanalyze. Why is that? Ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Why am I thinking these things? Why do I feel so strongly about this? Why do I believe that this is what my outcome is going to be? Why? If I know that I am the creator of my reality, if I know that I am a conscious creator, if I know that my dominant thoughts is what reflects in my reality, then why am I so scared of these thoughts? Why am I scared of this outcome? Why are these circumstances affecting me in the way that they are? Ask yourself those questions, because I did. And when I asked myself, why are you afraid? Like, what are you afraid of? You're afraid of bad things happening to you. So for me, I just want good things to happen to me. I don't want to experience any bad things at all, ever. Like, yeah, we have things that pop up in our reality and we know that we can fix them, but who wants to just fix things all the time? Why can't we just exist in a reality where everything's already perfect? Everything is already fixed. Everything is already whole. Everything already looks the exact way that you want it to. And that's absolutely that's very possible. Very possible. So, because this is like a new thing for me, I'm going to keep track of, what I experience with telling myself only good things happen to me. But I definitely want you to ask yourself that question. And I want you to, if you have a realization of something, flip that realization into an affirmation that actually works in your benefit. And for me, what I've noticed is just, you don't have to affirm it all day long if you don't want to. You can do an affirmation session for it if that's what resonates, or you can just have that affirmation on hand so when things come up in your reality to remind you that something is going on that you don't want, no, go ahead and remind yourself only good things happen to me. You know, I could, and just to give you an example, because it just popped in my mind, like I could be going to the grocery store and they don't have something that I really need. Instead of me reacting, which I'm the type that I will react and start crying, I will start crying. Instead of reacting like that, just use that as an opportunity to affirm. No, only good things happen to me. Only good things happen to me. I always get my way and only good things happen to me. And by you doing that, you open up the possibilities for yourself, okay? Because the thing that you need could just be on another aisle. It could be misplaced. It could still be in stock and they have to go get it from the back. Somebody could have set it down, decided to buy that thing, and then decided against it and set it down somewhere and you walk up on it. Like that has happened to me so many times where I'm in the grocery store and I'm about to be so frustrated because they don't have something that I want, and then I end up somewhere else in the store and there is that exact thing that I was looking for. Like that happens quite often. Now, sometimes I don't get the thing at all, but then there's other times where I remind myself I always can get what I want, and then it pops up somewhere else. So I want to end this video just by saying this. Whatever you have been experiencing for so long, it's just been something that is normal to you, right? So we live in fear. Like that's normal for a lot of us. We live in doubt. We live in the expectation of not getting what we want. We live in the expectation of things not going our way. We tend to live in these expectations and it literally becomes our norm. But it has only become our norm because it's been repeated. It's just been repetitive. It's something that we repeat to ourselves over and over, or our environment has repeated it to us, society, our family, whatever. That's the only way that something becomes normal and natural to you, is because it's either repeated to you over and over, or due to a traumatic experience, you instantly move into a new state of being. And it's usually through a traumatic experience that you get that instant shift. I've experienced that a few times myself with traumatic experiences, and then boom, it's an instant shift and you instantly can adopt a new identity or a new thought that is really not beneficial for you, okay? So if you are in that space, I would definitely like to challenge you for the next 7 days, okay, to really be mindful. You can take my affirmation and just tell yourself only good things happen to me, and tell that to yourself for the next 7 days, just randomly, periodically throughout your day. Just tell yourself only good things happen to me. Only good things happen to me. Or the next time you're faced with a situation in your reality that you do not like, instead of responding to it, remind yourself, no, only good things happen to me. Like this is not even happening right now because only good things happen to me. I'm going to always say this, like we will forever be on that hamster wheel of things happening to us and things being the same until you break the cycle. You have to break the cycle. You have to get off the hamster wheel. But for you to get off the hamster wheel, it takes you to first be aware that you're in this pattern. To even get out of the pattern, you have to realize that you've been experiencing a pattern. That's first and foremost. If you can't even identify that you've been doing the same thing over and over, how are you going to change it? So identify the patterns in your life where you keep thinking the same things, you keep agreeing to the same things. Notice those things so that way you're able to shift it, because the moment you become aware of it, that's the most powerful moment, because now you have the opportunity to no longer experience certain things. Because of that meditation that I had, I now have the power and the opportunity to no longer be afraid of things, or to no longer have these feelings like something bad is going to happen to me, like something bad is going to happen for me to experience, and it's not like I am thinking specific scenarios, because that's not what was going on. It's more so just I start over analyzing, well, if you do this and this, and then it does, and then it goes this way. My stuff is usually over analyzing, overthinking. So for me, I will affirm all day long because my thoughts are just going to go and go and go anyway. They're just going to keep going. So I choose to just affirm all day, especially when I can, because a lot of times my attention gets taken by something else. But when I don't have to put my attention on anything, I am affirming nonstop. Or I have recently, like I said in another video, been putting my affirmations in my ear and just letting them play like all day long so I can affirm along with it. But regardless, like I said, if this message, anything in this message has resonated with you, I would definitely love for you to challenge yourself for the next 7 days. Challenge yourself to no longer identify with whatever is putting you in a state of fear. Like, question that fear and then change that identity, okay? Question the fear. Question why the fear is here in the first place. What am I afraid of? What am I scared of? Where is this feeling coming from? And then change it. Change it. If you need assistance with any of that, of course, if you have a realization, you can put it in the comments and I can help you. Other viewers can help you. But yeah, I definitely want you to attempt to do that for the next 7 days. Just be mindful and don't allow your 3D to get you off of balance. Don't allow your thoughts or visualizations to get you off balance. Like, remind yourself who you are and what you came here to do, which is just experience your life in the most blissful way possible. And I definitely want you to keep track of this in your notes or in a journal or something. Like, if you're going to affirm only good things happen to me, or whatever the affirmation is that you choose for the next 7 days, like, write down things that's happening for you. Like the whole instance with the delivery driver coming in at the same time as my client, I could definitely write that down as something that manifested under my everything in my life is so perfect, because that's what I've been affirming and that's what happened. Like, I did not have to affirm specifically for it. I just decided, yeah, it's going to get here on time. And it literally got here right on time. Like, all I could do was stand there and smile because I knew I created that. If you are joining it on the challenge, just drop me a star or a butterfly in the comments so I know that you're going to be joining in for the next 7 days, but also use it as your accountability so you can come back and comment some of the things that you were able to put in your notes from telling yourself that only good things happen to you. Other than that, if you have any questions or comments for me, please leave them down below. If you're looking to get guidance or assistance with your manifestations, I do offer phone and email coaching. The link is going to be in the description below. I also have group coaching through YouTube and Patreon. That's my membership, and I will be changing my membership benefits. So the next video that I post this week, at the very beginning, I'm just going to give a little announcement, and I will tell you all of the new benefits that are going to be available in the creator circle and the group coaching tier. Other than that, if you watch this video until the end, I appreciate you so much, and I will see y'all in the next video. Okay, y'all, so if you made it this far in the video, welcome to the creators room. If this is your first time ever seeing this, this is just a little Easter egg that I've been dropping at the end of my videos, kind of similar to Marvel. You know how you have to watch the Marvel movie all the way to the end to get like the update on the next movie. So that's kind of what I've been doing here. But at the end, I basically just give you another gem and give you an affirmation that you can go ahead and claim and drop in the comments. So I want you to just pause the video. Pause the video, set a timer, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever resonates with you. And I want you to sit there and I want you to just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and just see what comes up. You know what I mean? See what comes up. What thoughts are coming up? Are there intrusive thoughts? Are there obsessive thoughts? Is it wavering thoughts? Like, what's coming up for you, okay? And whatever it is, it could be good stuff. It could be, you excited about your manifestation, you being excited about an event that you have planned, you being excited about seeing your SP. Like, it's not always just bad things that you have to fix. There's good things that come up too, but just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and just realize what comes up for you. What is the first thing that comes to mind, and go from there. And just, if it's something that's beautiful, it's something that you desire, I love that, because that means you are identifying as the version of yourself who has what you want. And that's the first thing that's coming to mind. Your natural thoughts are matching your natural state of being. But if you had an experience like I did where you're noticing, these other emotions and stuff coming up, then ask it a question, talk to it. Why are you here? What are you doing? You know what I mean? Because that's a power that I've realized that we have. It can come up, these things can come up, and you can be afraid of them, you can panic, you can stress about them, you can literally use your entire superpower to focus on that thing and fall down the spiral of all the reasons and how this could happen and what ifs and blah blah blah. But that's not what we want to do, because we're in complete and full control of our lives. So, no matter what, after you leave this video, I would love for you to take the affirmation, only good things happen to me, but I also want to leave you with another affirmation that I want you to drop in the comments. So I want you to say, I only expect the best and it shows up for me effortlessly. I only expect the best and it shows up for me effortlessly. Now, you can also take this affirmation and affirm it instead of only good things happen for me. But either way, they both are implying the same thing. They're both implying a state of being where you have a beautiful life. Because the one thing that I can say I've realized is when you notice that you are consistently experiencing things that are not in alignment with what you want, there's an overall general affirmation or overall general belief that needs to be shifted. So again, in my instance, if I just tell myself only good things happen to me, then this fear of what if something bad happens or what if something goes wrong, like I don't even know where that stuff is coming from, but it's going to override it to where it doesn't exist, and now I don't have to think about it or worry about stuff like that. And I intend that that makes sense, but nonetheless, I appreciate you all so much for being here. I love you, and I will see you in the next video.